It's time for some sentence fun.
Once you have the basic building blocks of a sentence, you can add more words to clarify your meaning, introduce different arguments, connect parts of your sentence, and write more complex sentences. This will help spice up your writing and make it more interesting.
In this video, we will go over the use of transitions, conjunctions, comparatives, superlatives, and adverbs. Now let's jump right into the fun. The beginner level class focuses mostly on simple sentence structure, SVO, and punctuation. Let's do a quick review to make sure that you're ready for this intermediate lesson. First up, SVO. Write these sentences down in your notebook and then circle the subjects, underline the verbs, and draw a box around the objects. Pause the video now to give yourself some time to work on them, and then when you're finished, come back. All right, let's see how you did. Let's review number 1 together. The football player kicked the ball. Let's pick out the easy part first, the verb. Did you underline kicked? Excellent. Now ask yourself, who kicked? Was it the football player or the ball? Balls definitely can't kick, so the subject or the doer of the verb must be football player. That only leaves the object. So ask yourself, what did the football player kick? The ball. And there we are. All right, hopefully you did well on number 1. So now, pause the video again to check your answers for the rest of the questions. All right, time for the second do now. Look at these sentences. Do you see anything wrong with them? In fact, all of them have something wrong with them. So here's your task. Look at the sentences and write the correct version in your notebook. So pause the video now to give yourself time to work on it, and then when you're finished, come back to the video. Welcome back. Let's review number 1. The giraffe was tall, beautiful, and happy. Looks like there's a lot of adjectives at the end of the sentence. Isn't there something missing? Oh, that's right. Commas. We needed some commas to add pauses. We're done, right?
I don't think you're done yet.
No. What else is there? Oh, that's right. The question mark. The question mark didn't belong. Good job. Thank you. Now, pause the video and check your answers for the other questions. And then when you're finished, come back. That's it for the do now. If you did great, go on. If not, head on back to the beginner video and brush up on your skills.
We're going to start by introducing some conjunctions and showing you how to use them in a sentence. A conjunction is a word used to connect different words or parts of a sentence. The first conjunction we're going to look at is and. And is used to connect two related parts of a sentence. Look at this example. Jenny teaches computer science and social studies.
Yeah, I do.
Because Jenny teaches both classes, we use and to connect the two classes. The next conjunction we're going to look at is because. Because is used to show the cause of something. Look at this example. Wear a jacket because the weather forecast predicts rain today. Because tells us that the cause or reason of you needing to wear a jacket is that it might rain today. The next conjunction we're going to look at is but. But is used to show a contrast between two things or two parts of the sentence. Look at this example. She likes coffee, but she doesn't like tea. But shows us that the difference between coffee and tea is that she likes coffee and she does not like tea. Pause the video now to write down these other examples of conjunctions in your notebook. Did you get them all down? Great. Now we're going to move on to even more conjunctions. Pause the video now to write down these last 2 examples of conjunctions in your notebook. Make sure to get them all down because we're going to move on to review next. Now that we've gone over conjunctions, we're going to check for your understanding. Pause the video and write down these 4 questions in your notebook. Fill in the blank with the correct conjunction. When you're ready to see the answers, unpause the video. Okay, let's look at number 1 together. I am good at neither football nor basketball.
Me too.
This means that I'm not good at either of these sports. Let's look at the second example. Either Gianna or Jenny speaks Italian, but I don't know who it is.
It's not me.
Third example. I want to reach the competencies, so I should probably study. And the last one. I wanted to play football, but it was raining, so I didn't. Did you get them all right? If so, move on to the next section of the video. If you need more review, you can go back in the video and re-watch some of these sections, or you can look in the description for more links to practice the skill on your own.
Now we will learn about some common transitions. Now, transitions are very important. Transitions help connect ideas in sentences together and show what the relationship is between different sentences and parts of your sentence. The first example is furthermore. Furthermore is used to add an additional point or piece of information that is similar to something that you already said. For example, before World War I, many countries formed alliances with each other. Furthermore, these alliances were competing in an arms race. The second example is conversely. Conversely is used to show contrast and show a difference between two things. For example, Molly teaches humanities classes. Conversely, Hannah teaches STEM classes. And then our third example is subsequently. Subsequently is used to show the order that things happen in. Subsequently tells us that something occurred after something else. For example, she graduated from a bar cell and subsequently went to university. Look at the new examples on the PowerPoint. Pause the video and write these down. Are you finished? No, you're not. There's some more. Pause the video again and write down these final two transitions. Remember, make sure you have all of these written down in your notebook because after this, we will have a practice activity. All right, let's move on to the practice. Check for understanding. On the left, you see 4 vocabulary words: subsequently, consequently, conversely, and although. What you must do is match the word on the left to its usage on the right. So pause the video now, write these down, and you can draw lines connecting them or write the number and the matching letter. It's up to you. But pause the video, and when you're finished, come back to check your answers. All done? All right, let's see how you did. Pause the video now and make sure that you have the correct answers. How did you do? Huh? If you did well, then continue on and learn the next part of this lesson. If you need a bit of practice or more review, just watch this section again or check the links in the description box down below for some resources to get more practice.
Next, we will learn how to use the comparative and the superlative. The comparative is used to compare differences in two things. For the superlative, think about a superhero. Superheroes are the fastest, bravest, and strongest people, right? A superlative is used to show which thing is the most of a quality. To form these in the regular form, it's pretty easy. For the comparative, add ER to the end of an adjective. For a superlative, add EST to the end of an adjective. Let's look at some examples. Imagine a cat. This cat is big. This cat is bigger. This cat is the biggest cat. Now, there are a few more rules to know for the comparative and the superlative. If the adjective is 3 syllables or longer, instead of adding ER and EST, use more for the comparative and most for the superlative. For example, pizza is a delicious food. Cake is more delicious than pizza. Ice cream is the most delicious food.
No, it's not.
There are also some irregulars. Some comparative and superlative words are formed in a different way. For example, one adjective is good. This movie is good. The movie we watched yesterday was better. That's the comparative. The movie we watched last week was the best movie I have ever seen. Best is the superlative form of good. Another example is with the adjective bad. Bad is an adjective, worse is the comparative, and worst is the superlative. Now we're going to check your understanding of the comparative and the superlative. Look at these three examples. For each one, look at the word in parentheses and either keep it, change it to its comparative or superlative form to make the sentence correct. Pause the video now and answer these three questions. Are you done? Great, let's check your work. Check your answers with this answer key. If you got them all right, then great. Move on to the next section. If you need more review, you can go back and watch this part of the video again, or look in the description to find some more resources to practice the skill on your own.
The last part of today's lesson is adverbs. An adverb is used to describe verbs or adjectives. For example, an adverb can tell you how an action is being done. Now, making adverbs are pretty simple. Most adverbs are formed by adding ly to the end of an adjective. Here are some examples. How does the cat run? The cat runs quickly. How is the student speaking? The student is speaking softly. However, there are some irregular adverbs. And what that means is that some adverbs are formed in another way. So pay attention to what the word is describing or modifying to decide whether it is an adverb or an adjective. For example, the adverb for the adjective good is well. How did the students do on the assignment? They did well. However, the adverb for the adjective fast is also fast. Wow, those students can run very fast. That's it. Time to check for understanding. Here are the instructions. Look at the adjective in the parentheses in these three sentences. You can either keep the adjective or change it to an adverb to correctly complete the sentence. So pause the video, answer all three questions, and when you're ready to see the answers, come back to the video. Are you ready to see how you did? Let's see. Check your answers, see how you did. If you think you need a bit more review, just watch this section of the video again. If not, and you feel good, are you ready? It's time for cumulative practice.
Now we're going to review everything that we learned today. So look at these 7 sentences. These sentences all have incorrect transitions, conjunctions, adverbs, or comparative and superlative forms. Write these 7 sentences down in your notebook. Underline the incorrect forms and then rewrite the sentences correctly. Pause the video now, and when you're ready to check your work, restart the video. All ready to see the answers? Great, go through and check your work. If you have questions about any of these, you can go back to that part of the video and rewatch that section.
And now it's time for the last practice of this lesson, a fill-in-the-blank paragraph. Look at the paragraph below. Fill in the blanks with the correct transitions, conjunctions, adverbs, and comparative or superlative forms. So copy this entire paragraph into your notebook and fill in the blanks. Pause the video now to do this, and then when you're finished, start the video again to see how you did. Are you ready to see how you did? Let's see. How'd you do? Think you did well? Excellent. If you think you need some more practice, just go check out the previous parts of this video. Maybe you need to review some of it, and then you can come back and try this paragraph again.
If you feel comfortable with all of the skills we covered in this video, feel free to move on to the advanced video.
And if you think you need a little bit more practice, just rewind the video and watch it again.
You can also look in the description of this video to find more links where you can practice these skills on your own.
See you next time.